Hey everyone, welcome to That's Peculiar. I'm Nathan.
I'm Andra.
And Andra has another episode for you today because I've been slacking.
He's not slacking. He's been super busy.
No, I did. Yeah, I flew. I texted you earlier that I was busy because you texted me when I was busy doing things. As you know, I'm learning how to fly airplanes, and today was my very first solo. So
yeah, how did that go?
It's a very big deal. It's like the big first milestone, and it was really weird, to be honest. It was a lot of fun and scary at the same time. But yeah, I survived. So
I think that's so
there's
cool.
that.
Honestly,
it was. Yeah, it's really cool. Like it's fun to think like, oh, like not a lot of people can say they know how to fly an airplane. And I know how to fly an airplane.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Before my instructor got out, he was like, okay, well, he's like, everything we've been doing, you've been practicing, you got this. We did 3 landings together. He's like, you did those, were great. He said, everything that we did, keep doing. And then he said, do you have any last questions? And I said, are you sure?
Are you sure I can do this?
Are you sure you want to send me by myself right now?
So it was weird, but like you did it all. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was and it's different because when you're doing it when you have your instructor, you just like do your calls and you're just like, hey, so and so doing this, requesting that. And then when you do your solo, it's I'm Red Rock 73 student solo. It's so that the tower and the radio people know that you are by yourself.
That's wild. You freaking flew an airplane.
Yeah, Alabama onesie.
That is so exciting, honestly.
Yeah, it was really fun. So I guess that's fun fact for today.
Yeah, I mean, I have a little bit of one, but I still think that is so cool.
Yeah.
When you were telling me about that and like all just like flying and everything, I was like, holy smokes. But like now you're flying them by yourself. That's just crazy.
Yeah, I flew a whole hour and 15 minutes by myself today.
Okay, so like in the
And
air.
I landed thrice. I landed 3 times.
That's the thing. Like in the air, I'm like, cool. But like you plummeted that towards the ground with like,
at 80 miles per hour.
positivity.
Yeah, at 80 miles per hour. I'm just like,
Confidence. Yeah. You did it. And you landed 3 times?
3 times, yeah.
Oh my God. Like I'd probably have a panic attack that moment.
It was so my last landing, I got a little worried because it started getting windy. And so I was just like, oh, here we go. And you have to land an airplane. You don't have to take off, but it does have to go back onto the ground at some point.
Yeah. That's the part that I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah. So I was like, it's fine. I will do it. I am just going to put it down safely and it's going to be fine. Everything's fine.
You did it.
I did it.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Well, I'm just proud of you. So we will hop into our fun fact after that. The bristlecone pine is one of the oldest living trees on Earth.
Yes. I'm sorry, can you say that one more time? The what?
Bristlecone pine.
Bristlecone pine, okay.
Yeah. It can survive for over 4,800 years, and when it dies, it often remains standing for thousands more. And its wood is so dense, it resists decay, like, almost entirely. So some of these trees were already ancient when, like, the pyramids of Egypt were built, and it's just really cool. It's my fun fact.
Where are these indigenous to? Now I'm curious.
Oh, let me look it up. Sorry, I didn't look.
I think that's really cool and all, but now where are they from?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
I did just like a quick, this isn't even my fun fact. I just found it. Where you like
okay.
search fun facts.
No, I've never done that before. Ever.
Um, let's see. Oh, they're found in high altitude, so California, Nevada,
Oh,
Utah.
okay. So they're indigenous to North America.
Yeah, and you know these trees, so do I.
Oh. Oh. So they
They're
the
like
whole
it
time the whole time they could have been dead the whole time?
the whole time. That is so funny. We just watched Mrs. Doubtfire the other day.
I'm so glad you get my references.
That was so fucking fun. The whole time.
The whole time?
For anyone who doesn't know, go watch Mrs. Doubtfire and you'll figure it out.
If you haven't seen that movie, what is wrong with you?
Do it, and I'm judging you.
Ah, such a classic.
I know. So, do you wanna just dive into the episode?
Yes.
Just for everyone listening, Nathan was exhausted today, and he's still doing this, so
Yeah, I was like, we got up at 8 and then we literally I flew an airplane, we did all kinds of other stuff. Like I've been go, go, go all day. So we've just
mhm,
been busy. We were busy until 5 p.m. and then I was like, I need a break.
mhm.
So here
Yeah,
I
I don't
am.
blame you. So, we are talking about underground cities today.
Ooh!
Yes.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, good. I thought you were like, pick me, I have something to say."
No, I'm so excited because I like legit underground cities or are the theories of underground cities?
No, no, we're talking about 2 legit underground, cities, and there's more.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Um, what?
I just I'm sad.
Okay, good. Um, I don't know why I, like, can't see my pronunciations, but, let me just look it up in here really quick. I say it wrong.
No, if you just stay quiet, it'll erase all of this silence.
Yeah, so before we talk about the cities, we need to understand pressure.
What happened
So
to the pronunciation of a city?
well, I have it, but I realize I switched things around. This is what the problem is. I wanted to get into, like, why there was underground cities first, so I
Oh,
don't need
okay.
the pronunciation quite yet, except
Oh,
there is
good.
one word, Cappadocia? Cappadocia? It's
Is it a place?
Cappadocia, and that's, like, the whole reason why we were
In Turkey?
stopped for a minute. Yeah. How do you
This
say
is
that?
in Turkey. Okay. Cappadocia.
Okay. Cappadocia. I had my pronunciation, so I'm sorry. But before we talk about the cities, we need to understand Cappadocia. So it's
Cappadocia.
Cappadocia, which is Turkey. It sat at a crossroads of empires for thousands of years. So like Persians under Cyrus the Great, Greeks following Alexander the Great, Romans, um, you get the joke or the gist. Every like empire basically that we've heard of, like, bought trade and everything and instability. So, the
Hmm.
most intense pressure came during the Byzantine period, especially between the 7th and 10th centuries
Oh,
CE.
dang.
So, it's when Arab and Byzantine conflicts repeatedly, like, swept through the area. Raids were unpredictable. Entire villages could be destroyed overnight. And so communities were seeking a radical.
Remedies.
Yes. And that's not necessarily the full reason why maybe this has been built, but it's speculated that's a big reason why. So
So they
we
were so used to being like raided and
Mhm.
toppled and overpowered and destroyed that they were
It's
like, we
dangerous.
can't keep rebuilding every
Yeah.
time. We need to
But
figure out a solution.
there was also, like, I think I get into it a little later, hopefully, because I switched things around and I deleted some of the things, but there was, like, also, like, climate contributions that could be why they switched it up and did what they did.
Huh.
So,
Okay.
we're gonna talk first about the city that disappeared into the earth, and it's Kuyu,
Where's that at?
Turkey,
Oh,
and
it's
it
also in
means
Turkey?
yeah, so we're mainly talking about Turkey right now.
Oh, okay.
Um, the Kuyu, and I looked it up, the meaning is deep well, and
Mm.
that translation is not symbolic, it's literal. Um, in 1963, a resident in the Turkish region of hold on, Nev Seher. I looked it up, pretty sure that's how you do it. Knocked down a wall in his home, so just a resident in Turkey, knocked down a wall in his home and found a hidden room.
In 1960s. He didn't know that was there?
Nope, bought the house, knocked down a wall, found a hidden room, and then
Huh.
another,
What?
then a tunnel.
What in the Winchester Mystery House is going on?
Then an entire network of corridors disappearing downward.
Stop it.
Mhm. What he had accidentally reopened was the underground city, and
They
it's
didn't know that it
Daren
was
Kuyu.
there?
Mm-mm.
That's wild.
Yep. So they didn't find Daren Kuyu until 1963 again.
How did it get lost in time?
Let me get into it.
That's
So
so weird.
it's obviously an underground city, and it's a buried city that had been sealed and forgotten for centuries, but archaeologists quickly realized this wasn't just like a cave system. It was
Mhm.
an engineered architecture, not just
So, like,
caves.
yeah, they, like, built it, they designed it, they made sure it was, like, structured correctly.
Yeah. Well, in the beginning, the origins, like when they first discovered it, like there was a lot of theories as to when, and the origins weren't super clear.
Uh-huh.
The earliest possible builders were believed to be the
You know, you do this to yourself.
I know. I looked up all the pronunciations and then I think I deleted them. The Gaians? It's Phrygians. Naturally, I want to say Gaians.
P Phry
Gians.
G-I G-A-A-N-S. G-A-N-S.
Giants.
G-A-N-S. Hold, please. Phrygian.
Phrygians. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I looked it up and then I just, you know, just forgot. So the
Yeah, I
Phrygians
know. It
around
happens.
the 8th and 7th century BCE, but written evidence actually suggests that the underground habitation in the region and like what predates even that could have been the Greek historian um Xenophon. He wrote in a book the houses were underground, their entrances like wells, the inhabitants went down into them. So it could be even before
Oh,
that. This is one of the earliest recorded descriptions of subterranean life in Anatolia, just by the way.
that's so interesting.
D- Kuyu, as we understand it today, was not built in like a single era. Maybe actually it was layered. That's
Well,
what
I
the
mean,
historians are thinking now. That like it
they are
wasn't just one
carving.
time.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they're carving into it. Like this is my grandfather's tunnel that we've been digging since,
Yeah. I mean, truthfully, it makes sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
So,
rock.
yeah. It's like a volcanic rock. I guess it's kinda softer,
And it still
so
takes
we'll get into
time.
that.
It takes time to dig
Hmm.
and
So
carve.
we're going to talk about the Byzantine era, and I looked this up.
Hmm.
During the Byzantine era, particularly between the 4th and the 10th century CE, the region faced repeated invasions. So, like we talked about before,
Yeah.
the Arab armies frequently raided Anatolia. Villages were burned, populations displaced.
Hmm.
Survival required, like, adaptation, not just, like, resistance. So communities expanded existing underground shelters into what we now believe full-scale cities. Historians
Oh.
Mhm. So historians studies describe the shift as, like, a defensive urban transformation where
Okay.
entire populations recognize their living environments around survival.
I wonder if it was like started off as like this is our safe room. And they're like, "You know what? We're just gonna keep digging and digging." And then they're
We're
like, "You
gonna
know what?
put
Go tell Bob
everything
next
here.
door." Yeah, go
Yeah,
tell Bob next door this is what we're doing, let him know. Yeah, we're all gonna start doing it.
again. So Derinkuyu is not just impressive. We're gonna get into the engineering. So it all works. The engineering of this is just impressive. There was like a central vertical shaft that runs through the city, connecting multiple levels, which means air moves naturally through it, circulating
Oh.
oxygen deeper into the chambers. A
Hmm.
geolo a geological and I know, isn't that so weird?
It's like ants, but we're human.
Oh my god. It is like ants. Oh, that is so wild. Because the more you, like, think about this, it is like ants.
It is like ants.
That is so for anyone who's like, "Picture this," look at our Instagram, but also think about ants. So a geological engineering study notes the ventilation system allowed sufficient airflow across all inhibited levels, demonstrating an advanced environmental adaptation. And this was like the Presidia of engineering.
That's so interesting that they were like, "We need to do it this way so we have airflow."
Right. So to me, this is like not passive survival. It's like they full on did environmental engineering without like supposedly the modern tools that we have today.
Yeah, it's almost like they just
Supposedly. Allegedly.
allegedly they just knew it. I mean, maybe it's from experience. I don't know.
Suffocating. And then somebody just learned.
Survival of the fittest, as they say,
Mhm.
or it was evolution.
So they also had water access. It was carefully engineered, deep wells connected to groundwater, some wells seeded from the surface, like seeded so the surface contamination didn't happen. Systems designed to prevent poisoning as well. So like during like a siege, this ensured that even if enemies controlled the surface above, they would be able to still live and have clean water down below.
Huh.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Then one of the most iconic features is its massive rolling stone doors.
Hmm.
Each could weigh hundreds of kilograms. They were designed to seal off entire sections. So, like, trap intruders in narrow corridors
Oh.
and allow inhabitants to, like, retreat deeper into the city. So it
Oh God.
created a layered defense system, truthfully unlike anything else in, like, the ancient world that I've ever come across, but I've read historians believe the same thing. It's just crazy.
How big was this place?
Huge. We get
How huge?
we get into it, but if you want me to skip ahead, I will.
Oh, no. We can do it your way.
So, hold
No,
on.
no, because then you'll get all confused and lost. It's fine.
I'm not gonna get all confused and lost.
It's
Um,
happened before.
you know, it does happen, but I think it was like 2000. Okay. Capable of housing up to 20,000 people,
20,000.
descending roughly 85 meters, which is 280 feet below the ground, and had at least 8 accessible levels.
Oh my god.
Yeah, originally I was actually starting with that, and yeah, so,
That's crazy.
um, archaeological oh my god. Archaeological evidence shows Derinkuyu was fully functional. So it was that big, but they had communal kitchens, wine and oil presses, which I'm like, "Can I move in?"
Inside? That's
Mhm.
wild.
They had storage rooms.
Did so did they actively inhabit this? Like, this is where they were like, "We just live here now."
From my understanding, yes, they fully believe because 'cause they're storage rooms, schools, churches, animal stables. Yes.
They had stables?
Yeah, animal stables. They fully because you need meat. They fully believe that they did live in these. It was not like a temporary shelter, it was a livable infrastructure.
That's crazy. How do you we need the sun. How did, like, everybody just go outside all the time, or do they
I
just
think eventually they do go outside, and then I think even further than that, it it did like, obviously, they don't still live in there, so, like, I think eventually they're like, "Oh, we don't need this anymore," but they had it, and they still have it.
but they forgot about it.
Thanks to somebody in 1960 who knocked
It
down
was
the
it was
fucking passage from his house.
huh, so weird.
I know. So now we're going to talk to about Kaimakala, okay?
Okay.
It's a second city. Kaimakala, meaning with cream or rich fertile place. I found both.
With cream?
I know. Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's not their the second one I think is kind of what they were going for, I'm sure.
I think that is what they're doing, but I had to put them both.
I
So
mean,
this is
I like it with cream too.
I like it.
I like it.
This is located actually only a few kilometers from Derinkuyu, and while it's often compared to them, its structure it is structurally, like, different and culturally different.
Oh, interesting.
I know, but still in Turkey for anyone who's like, "Where are we?"
And how you said it was a few kilometers away?
Right,
Okay.
only a few kilometers. So,
I say it like I know how many meters or miles a kilometer is, which I
I don't
don't.
I meant to look it up and
I am imperial system, girl.
I forgot. If Derinkuyu is, like, vertical and deep,
Uh-huh.
so they had, like, 8 stories, could store 20,000 people. I have to go back to the pronunciation, I need to remember it. Kaimakala
Mhm.
is horizontal and sprawling. It expands outward rather than downward, so there's narrow corridors, lower ceilings,
Oh,
more interconnected rooms, and a dense clustering of, like, living spaces, so it really feels more like a fortress rather than,
a
like, I
city.
the way I imagine is it feels like, um have you ever been versus a hotel, like, in a large house that you're like, "Fuck, how many rooms are in this, like, flat building?" Have you ever
Yeah.
done that?
And
Yeah,
you're
that's
like, "Oh," they're like, there's, like, another room?"
there's one house in particular, and her last name was McKay, so if you know, you know. Her house was, like, I think only 2 stories, but, like, I swear to God, all the rooms were interconnected, and it felt like you could just never stop finding new rooms.
There was
It
a
was
room within a
weird.
room within a room.
Yeah, that's
It
how it
was the
felt.
Russian doll of houses.
I love that. So, daily life in Temecula, that's how you say it, oh my god, I think so. One more time. Yeah, Temecula. I just wanna make sure, like,
Camnicola.
I don't wanna mess it up. Excavations reveal a highly organized city. Large storage jars were embedded into the floors.
Oh, interesting.
And fucking so smart, excuse my language. I'm just gonna say that for, like, anyone else who's just like, "I don't have room for storage
Just put it
jars."
just put it on the floor.
Large storage jars embedded into the floors. Dedicated cooking spaces with, like, soot patterns still visible. Communal gathering areas. You know what I actually picture? Ventilation shafts shared between clusters of room. You know what I actually picture
I'm afraid of finding out what.
for this one, Temecula? Um, Temecula, I think. Um,
Ah, yeah, I wonder how you say that.
I picture Divergent.
Oh my
You know what?
gosh.
When she goes,
I was just thinking about this movie today, actually.
so when she, like, goes into her new house and how it's all underground and, like, kinda weird,
Yeah.
but, like, interconnected, but there's communal areas. That's what I was kinda picturing with this. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you looking at the pronunciation?
Yes, because you said it so many different ways.
Kai Mukla. Kaimukla. Okay, Kaimukla.
Kamakla.
You might have to remind me.
Kamakla.
I'm really sorry for everyone who's listening to this. I'm trying so hard. Uh,
You choose choices.
I do choose these, but, like, could you imagine if I just never told you this story?
No, I would be upset. I like this. This is
Right.
very cool.
It's something I have to learn to just flounder through and hope people don't get pissed off at me. So,
So much
um,
hate mail.
yeah, we get none. We get
We get
no
nothing.
mail. Can you guys message us even if it is hate mail? That would be so nice, actually. Shout
I
out
would
to
read that
anyone
up.
listening.
I would read that. I'd be like, some hate mail, a list.
I actually wanted to see, just this is a great, like, segue really quick. I wanted to see what our engagement is. I've been posting on Instagram every single day. So, if you listen to this episode, can you send us a blue heart on Instagram? Just DM
Okay.
us a blue heart. I'm curious how many blue hearts we'll get. I'm just curious. That's it. Maybe. He's saying 0, so can you guys prove him wrong? Thank you. Um, so a preservation study in, it's like the Journal of Awareness, that's what it's called. Their notes, this is a quote. The spatial organization reflects structured communal life rather than an emergency refuge behavior.
Hmm.
This is important because it kind of suggests that Kaimakala was not used during
Kaimakla.
crisis. Yeah, Kamakla was
Kaimakla.
not used during crisis. It may
Kai
have been like a
Makla.
Kaimakla.
There you go.
It may have been a semi-permanent underground settlement system. Okay, you saw how it's spelled. I naturally wanna go into, like, a Hawaiian,
Yeah, I can
how
see
I
that.
would think that yeah.
I can see that.
So they think it may have been, like, semi-permanent, not just like
Yeah.
a refuge.
Yeah, similar to the other one.
Right, but the other one, they built it, they believe they lived in it. They don't know for how long, 'cause they're aware that it's was built and set up, where this is, like, fully function like, not just a little functioning, it's, like, fully they see the storage jars, they see everything.
Well, the other one had farm not farms, but it had, like, animal places and things like that, and it
Yeah,
housed 20,000 people.
they had it, but that's the thing. I think they believe that Chimecula
Kaimakla?
oh my god, Chimecula was used more.
Okay,
Okay. So,
interesting.
if it's true, this creates something extraordinary. Like they had an inner city underground travel system, coordinated defense systems, and shared resources. Some archaeologists actually have evidence suggesting that the tunnels for
Kaimakla?
and Derinkuyu, so this would suggest that all of that was connected.
That the 2 cities did actually converge somehow?
Yeah. So there's evidence that suggests that they were connected, which would mean inner city underground travel system, coordinated defense system, shared resources,
Interesting.
not isolated cities, but a hidden civilization but beneath.
And they could travel, allegedly, from one city to the other through these underground channels.
I yeah,
Because
but
you,
from
because you
how
he
it
used the
sounds
archaeologist has evidence to
suggested.
suggest, yeah, but it doesn't, they're like, they didn't
So
find a tunnel.
no, they found tunnels. The problem is they excavated it to find what was happening. So there's a chance they could have accidentally connected tunnels that maybe didn't connect, but archaeologists' evidence suggests that the tunnels may have been connected.
Okay. But I mean, if they're that close together already and they excavated it and they accidentally connected them, I still feel like maybe they didn't actually connect them because
Chances
they're,
are,
yeah, because they're so close together already.
right.
Huh. That's so interesting.
I think it's so cool thinking about all that. So, this is what I was originally talking about first, which is why some of this stuff maybe I should have just left it alone. But I was thinking like the role of the volcanic tuff, and I was going to talk about it afterwards. So this is all possible because tuff is soft enough to carve with primitive tools, hard enough to maintain like structural integrity,
Mhm.
and it's resistant to collapse over time.
Hmm.
So, as a geomechanical study, I looked that up. It explains the rock mass allows excavation without structural failure, enabling extensive like underground development. So
So
basically,
they got lucky with the stone they got to work with.
right. e- Essentially, like if we were to build it here in like red clay,
It would crumble.
that's what we have here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they got lucky because without this material, most likely none of it would have worked out the way it
It
did.
would have collapsed or caved or
Yeah.
anything.
So how many underground cities do you think have been attempted?
Probably quite a few, actually.
Have you ever read Little House on the Prairie?
No.
Okay, it's actually a really good book and I recommend it, but I think it's the first book. Their house, and this is supposedly real. That's Laura Ingle? I don't know. Laura something writes the book about her life growing up. They lived in like a house in the side of like a hill.
Like it was built into the side of the hill.
Mhm.
Okay.
Which used to be a popular style for, like, building houses, and I just kinda wonder how much of, like, some of this has been, like, passed on, and now generations now were like, "No, don't do that," because they couldn't really like, there was sometimes problems with, like, oxygen flow, sometimes problems with, like, flooding, stuff
There
like that.
there are a lot of houses, modern houses that they do still build into the side of mountains or hills or whatever, and the natural rock formation is a part of the house.
That's so cool.
Oh, they're beautiful. And if you ever go to there's a where is it? It's called the Madonna Inn. It's in California. They actually have, like, themed rooms. It's ridiculous. This place is so crazy. But some of the rooms are built into the hill that it's in, and the rocks are there, and they actually have waterfall showers that you turn on, and
Oh,
it's, like,
that is
comes out
so
there.
cool!
It's a really cool it's older, definitely older, probably needs a little bit of updating, but it looks really cool, and I stayed there once when I was a kid, and I wanna stay there as an adult because
Yeah,
really cool, and it's close to Hearst Castle,
right.
and
You wanna do both?
I wanna go back to Hearst Castle because I went there one time and
Yeah,
did the short tour. I wanna do the long tour.
yeah. So funny. When I was a kid, this segue, but when I was a kid, I used to, like, picture the shower as being, like, waterfalls sometimes, and you just, like, unlock that memory when you said that.
Yeah, then you can actually go to a place that has a waterfall
Has it?
for a
Yeah.
shower, yeah. Anyway, what else we got going on with
So, obviously, we're gonna, like, kinda double back. These cities were not built at once. They believe they were expanded slowly over centuries. Basically, like you said, each generation added, like, new rooms, new tunnels, new defense systems.
yeah.
Which kind of means that no single group ever, like, saw the full city. They inherited pieces of something, like, obviously much larger.
Yeah, and it was like, "Okay, well, my family was working on this kinda thing, we need this. Now we need this, so we're gonna work on that," and then just built on it. But I just think that's insane that it would that in, the first city, what was it called?
Derinkuyu.
That they were, like, 8 stories down.
So only a portion that's what we're gonna talk about next. Only a portion of Derinkuyu is actually excavated.
Oh, there's more?
Many tunnels actually remain sealed or collapse.
Oh,
So
they did end up collapsing.
well, partially probably because of the excavation.
Oh.
So its true depth is actually unknown
Oh, it's still unknown. Okay,
of
so it could even go
Derinkuyu.
deeper. So it could still go
Yeah,
deeper. Well, because the Kamakla, what you said, it was that was more sprawling versus
yeah.
deep.
They pretty much know how deep that is, but Derinkuyu, they don't know for sure. And then, Cappadocia is what we said, may
Mhm.
contain dozens to hundreds of underground settlements.
So just Cappadocia in general had very many underground cities potentially.
Yeah, and I don't know if I kept it in 'cause I didn't. It was going into, like I was going too long, I thought, but there's a lot of, environmental reasons they maybe put the cities underground on top of, or maybe it's not on top of, maybe they did it for one reason or another, but, like, there was a very versatile, like, world happening above them, but also there was a lot of, like, environmental factors, like, um I can't fully remember, but, like, let's just say, like, earthquakes and things like that. It was stuff like that was, like, happening in this area as well.
So so the environmental pressures were like volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, that kind of thing?
Um, to an extent, yes.
Oh, huh.
I don't think I ever saw volcanic eruptions, but, like, just imagine anything that kinda comes with that. The historians thought that it just, like, could not have only been a factor of, like, defense mechanism. There was, like, a lot of them that were pointing to just, like, there must have been things happening in the environment that was causing them to also be like, "Let's go underground."
That's fair.
Yeah,
Because, I mean, in Cappadocia as a whole, there was so much evidence of underground cities that there had to be more going on.
I don't know why
Everybody was doing it.
windstorms pops in my head more than anything else. I feel like they thought there was, like, windstorms and, like, stuff like that happening.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know for sure. I had that originally in there, and then I cut it out because I was like, "It's not really adding that much to it because it's all speculation." But you understand environmental, like, factors took a piece of this.
Yeah.
So, they might have hundreds, dozens, hundreds, whatever. Evidence suggests that there was extended habitation, which is what we talked about, but we're because of the airflow systems you had asked me and I skipped ahead. So we're moving into it. Because of the airflow systems, food storage for months,
Mhm.
water access independent from the surface conditions.
Mhm.
It seems like it wasn't an escape, but it was actually an alternative living. So during QU and
Cappadocia? No. Kaimakla.
yeah, are not simply archaeological sites, they are reminders that human beings, when pressured by stability, they can build entire new environments, carve cities into stone, redesign which is just baffling to me, air, water, and movement itself,
Yeah.
and they basically left behind a world, and now we've just in the '60s have just rediscovered them.
Rediscovered. That's
Mhm.
crazy.
It's not even that long ago.
No. It's like, what, 70, 80 years ago? Wait, 26,
That sounds crazy
50,
when you
50.
say it like that.
Hold on, hold on.
No, so 60
40.
years ago,
Yeah, like 6 yeah, 60 years ago.
like, yeah, somewhere around then, 60 years ago.
Yeah. Wild.
Crazy.
Really crazy.
What
Huh.
are your thoughts?
I love that so much.
I thought you would.
Oh yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, I just think it's crazy how people adapt and create the things that they need to survive,
Right.
uh, and how ingenious ingenious
Ingenuitive?
and how much on ingenu why does that not sound right to me? In
Ingenuitous?
inge I'm gonna stop saying that word. It's
Okay.
not a word anymore to me right now. Um, but yeah, just how when we have to, we can figure out how to fix things
Right.
and survive and all these things, and I don't know, it's just I feel like as a society, as people now, we aren't as capable of figuring things out.
Ingenuitous?
Yeah, that word. Like we don't have that capability, and we don't rely on ourselves and each other anymore. We rely on our governments and what we're told.
Well,
You know what I
if you
mean?
think about it, we like, a lot of us don't even know how to read a compass. Most
Yeah,
of us don't even know north, east, west, south.
yeah.
Like, at one point, we used to be able to, like, look up at the sun and be like, "Okay, this direction
It
is this way."
yeah, it's about this time, and same with like
Yeah.
star navigation at night. Like we used to know a lot more, and now I have GPS.
Now we know a lot less. I am thankful for GPS, but it has
I
genuinely made me stupid.
Yeah, I love my tech, but also at the same time, like if it goes out, I am so screwed.
Which there is actually a conspiracy theory, which, spoiler alert, you made it this far, I might be doing because a lot of people are posting that, like, all of our power is supposed to go out and it's like a whole
Great.
it's a whole thing. So I
Can't
might
wait.
do that. I think you need to do conspiracy theories of underground cities next.
Oh, okay. I have.
He has an
Okay.
episode.
I do
No,
have
you
an
don't.
episode that I'm working on, but I don't mind the conspiracy of underground cities and like bunkers and stuff like that
I
too.
just think it would be so much fun. I do want to note for anyone who wants to look this up, what I'd say is this was exciting to research, but also truthfully, it was also underwhelming at the same time because it's all speculation. There's not a lot of info, so you can read different sources, but they kind of all tell you the same thing, just like mixed up. That's actually why I ended up switching my things around, is because I noticed every single person was starting with like the structure and like why it worked, and I didn't want to be like every single person that had researched this. But there's some great ones like rock mechanic and geotechnical engineering. I found a lot from them, and it's like #Capodogosha Tough Studies. Then there's Journal of Awareness, Kamakla Spatial
Kaimakla.
Organization Studies. Then there's Archaeological Surveys of Cappadocia,
Cappadocia.
and then the proceed hold on. It's in a different language, so it's like basically the procedure engineering, but it's a different language of Derinkuyu structural analysis.
Hmm.
That's where I got a lot. There's some other sites you can look up. They're like look up whatever site, because even if you look up either of these, they're kind of connected no matter what. Like they're mentioned in almost every article I read, but it's also like you'll find almost the same information. It doesn't really matter what you look up.
Yeah, it's like this is their understanding, and almost everybody
Yeah.
agrees.
I tried to find some like scholarly sources, which is why I have like the rock mechanics one or the archaeological surveys. I found the same story, which that doesn't always happen.
Interesting.
I know. I was like so excited to do it, and then the information was slightly
All
underwhelming.
the same.
Yeah, so I don't want to like take away from that. I just want to like note that if you are doing your own research on this, it's slightly underwhelming of what they tell you.
Huh. Well, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. They're all like, yeah, we concur.
Yeah. Originally, I was just doing one city, and then I felt like I needed to do 2 cities. So
Yeah. Really cool. I really enjoyed it. Underground cities are fascinating. And the fact that they have like places for animals and cattle and stuff is just interesting.
And just like underground storage units. It's insane.
Yeah, and just we live here now.
Sorry about the pronunciation errors.
Thank you so much for sharing. We will, I guess, see you guys next week.
See you next week.
Yeah. Bye.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget the blue heart. I need to prove Nathan wrong.
She wants to prove me wrong. Blue hearts, everybody. Blue hearts.
On Instagram.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.